Recording. All right, everybody, we're doing a tour. Hey, Elmer, he's our support person. Elmer, we are on a webinar and I'm showing them the tour. So when you go to the home, the login, and you have any problems, right here is your dude, Elmer. He's there to help and support you. So when you log in, there's two different things. I'm going to explain. There's Diamond Factory. Diamond Factory is the umbrella. You know, we're moving towards even calling it the tribe, you know, the Diamond Factory tribe. And underneath that, there are a couple pieces. One is the system, the tools, the software, the contact manager. That's all underneath where we're going to tour today. There's also the Diamond Factory training, which is not relevant for you know, how to use the system, you know, and diamondfactorytraining.com is over here. It's very different. It is where all the Monday night calls are hosted. It is where the there is more advanced training. This is meant more for the new distributor to probably about the silver rank. You know, it's not the super high level stuff. There's a one-time membership for this. It's a one-time, I don't know, did you change the price on this or is it still on sale?
No price change yet.
Monty still has it at 97. It's normally 137. So if you're going to get it, go get diamondfactorytraining.com. And so this is a membership site and you can use this for your team, you know, for growing, and you can show videos and stuff like that when you're doing your training, or they can have their own. This is different, completely different than the tools. So this is training, this is tools. So we have, I'm just send that over to him. We have a, let me minimize this baby. There we go. So the Diamond Factory tools, the question often comes up, well, whose tools rock? You know, you see this at the top right here of the thing, and your invoice will get, he's like so on it, isn't he? Love you, Elmer. You see that on your statement when you pay every month. Tools rock is who powers the Diamond Factory system. They're the ones that created all of the moving parts. Conceptually, Diamond Factory is my property, and you know, that's what it is. But Tools Rock is the one who made the system into reality, because this was in our head for like, I can't tell you how many years. So this is the reality. Tools Rock is who powers the ideas that are in the head. Okay, so this is the Diamond Factory tools, the system that I'm going to log into, the computer system. These are your websites, your contact manager, your new member start training. There's going to be new member start training for business. There are lead forms for doing expos, trade shows. All of that is in here. Okay, so I'm going to log in. If you have your system, you go to office.toolsrock.com and then it will default here to the index. But if you just put this in the system, your computer, office.toolsrock.com, it comes to your login page and then you just sign in. A couple of things that are really important here on your dashboard is that when you have your system, you can refer 3 people to your system and get yours free. Like a lot of people have that. So your system referral link is over here on the right side. It says bonus free membership. Your link is right here. Very important. Also too, if you're having a problem with your email deliverability, go here and read this, because some email providers don't like to deliver through a third party like Tools Rock, or you can contact support. Anytime you ever need anything help. I am not the technical support person. I may blow up your computer if that is what you ask me for a question. So we have support here, like you just saw Elmer. Hey, what's up, Jen? You know, you have that access as well. We have live chat, which you just saw. You could put in a support ticket. Even if you find something on the websites that's spelled wrong, or there's something not working right, or outdated, or put in a support ticket as well. And then here is where you can get your support, the hours, and then of course this is one of the most important places in your back office, is the tutorial section on how to do stuff. How do you add contacts to your manager? How do you put names in there? How do you use the mass email feature and the texting feature? I recorded these to make this easier for you. How to use an auto mail, which is an autoresponder, to a series of automatic emails, and how to put people in categories so that you can differentiate your business builders versus your prospects versus your product users, or people that need to be follow-up on the first month, the second day of the month, the third day of the month. You can create all these categories to organize your contacts, and we talk about that in that video. How to create an autoresponder in general and how to assign it to a specific page. There are a lot of pages that in the back, when I show you the websites, that a lot of those pages are there that are a blank canvas. There's a front part of the page, and then you can put autoresponders to that page, or make something that you want for your own campaigns. And so if you want to write a series about 10 ways to get freedom in your life, or the 5 ways you need to detox your home, and you want to send people a series of either emails with text or emails with videos, or send them to a webinar, whatever you want to do, you do that with an autoresponder. We show you how to do that right here in this video. Some of these links get really long. Like, if you go to here to Diamond Factory, like this one right here, if I want to send this link to somebody, see how long it is? It's really long, and it's a lot of different letters. I have a tutorial in here on how to shorten that, so when you share it, it's easier. And then if you want to organize your websites, there is a video on that, so that it's really easy for you to pull up a file and see that. And then how to use your new member start training site. And then we also have bookmarks and postcards and flyers in the back as hard material. I don't have one handy right now. I usually have them sitting around me somewhere here in the office. Though they're over there. I don't want to go get them right now. But these postcards, I literally just printed my labels off my computer, and I'm sending these to my new members from last month. And they're going to be getting my new member welcome card. So very important for how to do that. How do you get your name on there? That tutorial is in here. And then how to set up your websites in Live Green so that people go to the Young Living website. So don't forget about tutorials, and all that stuff is underneath the support tab at the top. When you need help or you're confused, go to support. All right, I just had to, that's the first thing I need to get off my chest. So this is what your home office looks like when you log in. And the contact manager here, I'm not going to show you my contacts because I don't know who's watching this. But when you click on this, it goes into your contact manager where you see all the names of all the people that you have either brought in through a website, which I'll show you in a minute, or people that you have manually entered in. And you can do that through through your, either manually through the back of, you click on contacts and it will pull up a, there's a button there that says add, you can add names. And then you can bring people through your websites. I'm not going to show my own contacts because I'm going to put this video out and I don't want people seeing people's names that are in my contact manager. And there are plenty of tutorials on using the contact manager underneath train, which I'll show you in a minute. So I'm not going to go deep into the contact manager right now. The websites are right here. We're under construction a little bit right now because we're adding some freaking awesome stuff. And we're reorganizing it so it's easier for you to use. And the websites are, we've created these simple categories. The present, when I click on websites, you will see the first button here is present. Those websites are for, if you followed what I'm doing and what Tom Challen's doing, we talk about you connect with people to grow your business. You got to meet new people. And then you send them to a simple message, right? You are presenting to them. And then you follow up and you get them started. And then you teach people how to do the same. There are going to be all these different presentations in here on how on doing this. So the business presentation, 27-minute, we're recording first so that you have a business opportunity presentation to share with people. And that is being recorded today. So that's the present tab. This is going to be filled in with all these different presentations, short ones, long ones, product ones, on the packages, etc. So that's the first one to go through. Now the funnels, what's a funnel? A funnel is a series of steps that you bring your prospect to from the point of, more of a cold market lead or a somebody who's not considered a technical prospect all the way to the point of enrollment. And those series of steps is called a funnel, because as you funnel people down into the bottom of the funnel, then a few people enroll out of the 100 people you talk to. So that's what these are. We've got, some of you have seen the old famous Live Green, Earn Green right here, which was the first one that we launched way at the beginning. The system was actually Live Green, Earn Green in a way. That was the only funnel we had. I contacted Tools Rock initially to say, I want to build this funnel called Live Green, Earn Green for my team. And then it wound up being open to Young Living members in general. And the Live Green, Earn Green funnel, the whole campaign is going to be right here. We're going to be adding in there's all these posts that go in here. There's graphics for social media. There's bookmarks. There's all this stuff. The whole campaign will be underneath right here where it says the name of the funnel. So what we've done to make it super easy is that you can, this is the entire system or the entire funnel laid out, and you can copy any of these links to send somebody to a particular page. You don't always need to start them at the front of the funnel. If you want to send them to the product one, if you want to send them to the business one, you just grab this link and you send it to somebody. So the Live Green, Earn Green is a mixture of product and business. It's a great general marketing funnel for your people. So if I wanted to share this with you, you are my prospect, I would just grab this information right here. I would copy it. I would open an email, which I won't do that right now, and I would send you this link, and then you'd click on it and it would take you right here. Okay, and then that would bring you through the process. And so, people often ask, in order for people to use the system, like your prospects or your new members, do they need to have their own system? No, they don't. If they're using the pages, if they want to share their own pages and get their own prospects, of course, they've got to get their own system. But if I just wanted to send you the page about the product and I already had your contact information in there, I could easily just send you an email, grab the product page, website name right there, and send you right to the product page. And I talk about the products there for 4 minutes. It's a short presentation. The other thing is that people use these websites, which I think is a great idea, is you can use this for your presentations, even your live presentations. Pull this up on a computer and just navigate through this as your presentation in somebody's home versus using, your brain power to do it. Let the tool do the work for you, even in a live presentation. So let's do, okay, let's show you that's Live Green. Emotional Wellness is a funnel that we came out with it was about Christmas time or fall, somewhere in there. And this is branded to the oils. And same thing, if you want to share somebody your emotional wellness, page, somebody's got something going on, or you want to post it to a group or whatever you want to do, you send them to this link, they put their info in there, and then they get an ebook sent to them with all of the blends of essential oils that match the emotions. I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but it's really cool. If you go through here, it has the emotion. And then when you click on it, it tells you the oils that go with the emotions. Okay, so you're feeling apathetic. These are the emotions that go with apathy. When we send them the ebook, it tells you what blends they are. Okay, and on the actual website, it shows you the singles. So that is super cool. This one is emotional wellness. All of these are available at the $19 level. When I show you some of the other pages, they are at the higher level of subscription, but all of the funnels are available at the $19. New You right now is for the Sleek program, geared towards weight loss. I need to do a little update now that we're moving through that Sleek. 10 Tips is for business. Pets, a lot of people love this pet. The pets, this is more for people that have dogs and cats and fish, maybe some guinea pigs. The animals one, and they get an ebook with this. I'm sorry, the new you right now is, the goal of this one is to set people up with a consultation with you. 10 tips, there's an audio that they get in a PDF. So they're getting substantial materials in a marketing site, not just sending people to a website to learn about products. That's not what these are for. People are not looking for Young Living products specifically. They're looking to solve a problem, and that's how we're addressing that through these websites. So you've got pets, you've got animals. This is the same ebook, except that animals is geared a little bit more towards, horses and cows and ducks and, all these different animals. It's basically the same thing, except for different landing page front, so you can market to a different group of people. The targeted pages, now this is available at the $49 level. So what are targeted pages? These are general pages that we made that are not connected to any autoresponder. These are the blank canvas for you to market to whomever you want, to send them an ebook, a webinar, to send them an auto mail series about 5 ways to do this or 20 ways to do that, or a month-long program learning how to de-stress. These pages are for your creativity to use. Okay, so like here is one for work-at-home moms. If you're doing an event and you want to have this page maybe opened on your computer, if you're talking to a mom, you could say, hey, why don't we meet later after this event and let's have coffee or tea. Let's, put your info in here, and then I will send you a report on working from home, and then we'll talk next week. So these are more of your own, you have the creative ability to write the autoresponders and build these campaigns from this point forward. I use this one a lot. This one here is a general essential oils landing page. I use this when I'm talking to people about oils. I was using this one for my class registration until we just created the class registration one. But this is a general one on essential oils, and you can connect, like I said, an autoresponder to that. I mean, you can say, discover how to incorporate essential oils in your daily routine. You can tell somebody, I've written the top 10 ways to use essential oils every day. Then you write the report and you put it into the auto mail, which all of that is under the tutorials on how to do it. It's not that hard, so don't be overwhelmed. And if you remember, there is support. If you need help, you call support. There's more in here about essential oils. There's one in here that I really love about women's health. If you're marketing to women, this one here helps with the changes of life. They opt in and you create the ebook, you create the webinar or whatever. But if you're doing an event and you're marketing to women, at least you have a page that you can run with and not have to build the page. So these are wonderful. I absolutely love these. And then I was talking a little bit earlier about this on the actual phone call on video pages. You have the ability, this is available again at the $49 level. This is where you can put your own video in here, record your own video, and use this as a landing page for when you are out of, this is, I don't even know, where is this from? Where did I record a webinar? Oh, there we go. That's a video of mine. See, I did it. I'm like, what did I put in here? So I put a video in here that I recorded. I loaded to YouTube. I would highly recommend Vimeo, because Vimeo doesn't put this crap up there with these previews, because I sure as heck don't want people to go to Josh Axe. But I recorded this one and put it into YouTube. And Vimeo also has better quality videos and better settings that you can adjust. But you can use this, you can put this on your Facebook, you could use it in your Facebook groups, but these are websites that you could put your own video there and host and have it, be fancy. Now, some people don't like my Live Green, get a load of this video on the landing page of Live Green, so you can do your own custom video of yourself, and it would be right here. It doesn't show it right here because there's no video, but you can create your own video if you want. And instead of hearing me, you could have somebody, and there's instructions on how to connect it in here. But that is an option for you. Another thing we created here is a free report. When you're doing your marketing, you want to give out a free report to different people. You can do that right through here, through these pages. So those are the funnels. The event pages are new right here. And what do we do with these? We've got two different ones. We've got the check-in page and the expo drawing. So if you're doing classes, make and takes, chamber mixers, I have one of these pulled up in my phone all the time. When people want to exchange business cards with me, I say I don't have a card, which is true. I don't have business cards. I use my electronic Rolodex. I will hand them my phone with one of these pages pulled up and have them enter in their information. And then they are opted into my system. These are, you can assign and create categories for these. Like say, this one you assigned to the category of make and takes. This one you assign to the category of out and about prospecting, and then event page 3 you could put as intro classes or something like that. And when anybody puts their name in there, they automatically go in that category. And of course you can change the categories too, as for different events. The expo drawing one is no different. If you're like last weekend we did an event and my team members had their own system and they had this page pulled up on their phones, and this is how we entered people in the drawing. And now these people are opted into their system, and they pulled, the names up in the back of the contact manager, and they just, closed their eyes and went like this over the screen and picked it, whoever was where their finger landed, and that's who won the drawing. So, that's what these are available at the $19 level for even the new people getting started. And these are very powerful, you guys. To have all of your people coming through your classes or coming through your, your events into your system that have opted in, so you can email them or text broadcast them to let them know about classes or events or sales, whatever. You've got that. They're already in your system. And so that's a huge advantage. The training tab here, the new member start site, which I have my new product users or my part-time builders go through this site. This site is available at the $49 level. So all the higher level stuff, the basic funnels, Live Green, Animals, Emotional Wellness, Sleek, and the expo pages and the class registration pages are available at the $19. At the $49 level is where you get the higher level pages, because new people at 19 are not going to be creating their own videos or their own auto mail campaigns and stuff, or even the new member start site. So this is available at the little more advanced level at the 49. So this is your new member start site. Many of you have seen this. All of my new members go through this. If they're a product user or a part-time product type of builder, they choose their path and they get trained. There's training in here on how to exactly use this. I'm not going to get into that, but there are steps that people go through in order to get their, what's in their starter kit, getting them on essential rewards, answering those questions, talking about, how to start talking to people if they're going down this business path here on the right side. Also, the whole goal of this is to help get them trying other products other than oils. So that's the whole goal of this, is getting people on essential rewards, getting them to try more products other than your oils that they may have come in on, and also getting them started in business. That's the whole purpose of this, is getting people involved. We also want them to get connected to you on the social media front, and so we have it, where they can get connected with you there as well. So this is the new member start training, which people just go crazy over. All of my new people come through this, and I get them, all on the same page as this. Now, if you think you can grab this link and email it out to your entire team and think everybody's going to opt in, most likely not going to happen. They are more likely to come in and go to this website when you personally invite them. One thing is with the system is that the system is not your miracle cure to help you pop rank. The system is a set of tools to leverage your time and to get everybody on the same page. It's a tool. I mean, that's really what it is. And it helps make your life simpler, more organized, more streamlined, and cuts down on wasting time. So as you bring on new members, they will use the site because you're going to be using it from this day forward. But if you think you're going to send it to your members that are current and they're all just going to jump in and they're all going to be like, amen, thank God you have that now, they probably won't. It's just human nature. I'm just going to tell you that. The business fast start training is being recorded here this week. This is going to be for business builders only, how to launch them into business without getting bogged down with all the learning and all the, stuff. People are like, yes, I want to make money today. I want to get going by the end of the month. I want to have my kit starter kit paid for. And within 6 months, I want to have an income of $1,000. Those people are going to go through this turbo fast start, the business fast start, which is being made right now. And then again, your link here for your free Diamond Factory system is here, so that when you refer 3, you get yours free. So that's also on the home page right here, but we also put it here. So this is your set of websites. Okay, so don't get too hung up in this. Remember, the power of the system is actually in your contact manager. Your websites are your tools. Your websites are leveraging your presentations, which will be here. Your funnels can be used as presentations as well, which I do. They can be your live presentations if you're doing in-home gathering. They can be presentations if you just want to send somebody to a specific page. It makes it easier. So you've got these different, pages that you can use. These are available at the $19 level. The event pages, the check-in to a class or a make and take or whatever, and the expo drawing is available at the $19 level. The training pages are available at the $49 level, which is the new business builder start page, and the fast start, which will be coming in here. And then already went through this. So those are your websites. Now, people, the other thing is, well, like, how do you learn some more of that detailed stuff, or how do I do this or do that? Every week we've got training. So if you go under the train tab, wait for this to load, when you first get your system, you come through the setup, which is 3 steps, okay? 3 steps for your setup, or your new members, they get their system. These are the 3 steps to set up. We also have the 3-step map, which is going to be in here so that people understand when they build their business, it's about connecting, sharing, and starting. So those videos are going to be built out here very shortly. We have the live trainings every week on the system for support for your team. There's Q&A at noon Central on Tuesdays, and then Power Half Hour is on right now, which is 1 o'clock on Tuesdays as well for people to get trained. And then all of the archives, you guys, since the beginning of July of 2016 are all here. So all of these recordings can be watched as you need a topic. You're like, so I want to learn how to manage my contacts, and then how do I add them to a link? Well, then you just watch this training, okay? or it's right here. Ta-da! So there you go. So all this training is here. These are all technical things as well. So there's an archive of all the recordings that we've done, and that helps you get started with the system. So the main thing is like, how do you begin? You're a brand new person. Where do you start? It's overwhelming. Do you start becoming an internet marketer and you start sharing these websites through Facebook ads and stuff like that? The answer is no. Because these pages were not meant for Facebook ads, for cold market. Unless you are a marketing ninja, don't even try it. It's meant for warm market, out and about prospecting, classes, expos, things like that. Your warm market even on Facebook. It's not meant for, people think they're going to get these websites, they're going to run ads, and they're going to get 1,000 people to opt in. It doesn't work like that. That's not what these were made for. I do that myself. I do cold market advertising. I don't use these because that's what they were not meant for. Unless you're a marketing ninja and you're excellent at copy, that's a different story. But I use different things than this for cold market. Now, the first thing you do when you get your website, like the Diamond Factory, is you get all of your scraps of paper, names that are sitting around your house, your business cards, all the little, sticky notes that you have all over God's creation, and you put them into your contact manager. That's the first thing you do. Get all of the people in there, create some categories, put them in there as, even my, contacts, like, how do you want to say this, old contacts or whatever you want to put in there, however you want to assign them. Get all of your scraps and put them in there so that you don't have papers floating around anymore. The second thing is when you're doing trade shows or expos or classes, switch over to using one of the websites that are available at the $19 level and use one of these event pages or something else that you like. You've got the ability to choose. You switch over to one of these other pages. Okay, it's hanging up a little bit here. There we go. So switch to one of these pages instead of using paper for people to come into a class and register like I did right here, which I lost this and I found it a year or two later. Instead of having the old papers, have them put in their info when they come in to register. Switch over from paper. Okay, so that's the second thing. The first thing is you enter in all your scraps, all your random people, enter them in the system. The second thing is to get your paper, go paperless. Okay, always have one of these pages up on your phone. Don't just whichever one you like, just put it up on your phone, and when someone wants to swap contact information, you just hand them your phone. This is my electronic Rolodex, put your info in here because I want to make sure I don't lose your paper like I always do. So those are the first ways to start, you guys. And then from there, you can learn about the system. I know it's a lot. It's very powerful. But I want to ensure that you understand the basics of using this, which is as your contact manager and using it for following up, email sending, text broadcasting, and things like that are all through the contact manager, which, like I said, there's other videos for that. I don't want to do that right now because I don't want to show my own personal contacts. You're welcome, everybody. Well, you guys have an amazing day. Very cool, Camellia. Cool, cool, cool. You're welcome, everybody. I'm so grateful for all of you coming here and spending this little bit of time with me. I'm going to edit this so it's a little shorter, and then I will post this on the Diamond Factory group for you so that if you've got people that, they want to know about the system, then tag them in the post or share this with them. And then you make sure you use your referral link in there as well. Yes, you're welcome. Overview, overview, overview. La, 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 la. All right, guys and girls, I will catch you later. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.